What is up, Patriots Nation? Get those hearts ready, because things are heating up behind the scenes in Foxborough. And what I have to tell you today is going to completely change how you view the future of our dynasty heading into 2026. Major decisions are being made right now, and the fate of key pieces on our roster is on the line, ranging from unexpected returns to reinforcements that could turn our defense into a literal vault. You are not going to believe what we have on deck today. So grab a seat, smash that like button, and let's dive right into the news. Also, make sure to subscribe so we can hit that 1,000 sub goal. To kick things off at full throttle, we need to talk about a giant who silently became the heart of our defensive trenches this past year. You know that player no one gave a second thought to when he first arrived, but who ended the season as an absolute nightmare for opposing offenses. Well, the future of this beast is on the line right now, and the New England front office knows they cannot afford to mess this up. We're talking about a guy with nearly 260 pounds of pure muscle and tactical IQ, who transformed our defensive line into an impenetrable wall alongside names like Barmore and Landry. The question hanging in the air that is keeping folks awake in Foxborough is how to keep this talent at home now that he is an unrestricted free agent and the rest of the league is circling like hawks. Kyrus Tonga was not just a depth piece. He was the engine that allowed our run defense to breathe easy. What is most impressive in Mike Vrabel's strategic breakdown is how he utilized Tonga across 3 different phases of the game. It was not just about stuffing the run or collapsing the pocket. This guy actually suited up for 14 offensive snaps as an elite blocker, helping push the pile and clear lanes for our backs in critical short yardage situations. Imagine the value of an athlete who dominates the defensive line, protects field goals with absurd wingspan, and then lines up as a lead tractor on offense. He is exactly the kind of blue-collar player that defines the Patriots' identity. But here's the moment of tension we all feared: durability. Remember that gritty win against the Ravens in Week 16? Every fan's heart stopped when he went down with a foot injury. We were without him for the end of the regular season, and the difference in the line's aggression was night and day. Fortunately, he made it back for the playoffs, putting up impressive numbers even in that tough Super Bowl loss to Seattle. Now, with his market value skyrocketing after playing on a bargain contract under $3 million, the Patriots have to decide if they will open the checkbook to ensure this foundation stays rock solid for 2026. The fans have already made it clear that he is the new hometown favorite. And if you think keeping Tonga is the only heavy strategic move coming in the next few months, buckle up. The pieces on the Foxborough chessboard are moving in ways nobody saw coming. And what happens next could be the checkmate. We need to get back to the top of the conference, with about $41 million in cap space to play with. The front office is not just looking at who stays, but who can come in and turn roster holes into absolute fortresses. Just imagine the impact of poaching a versatile talent from a conference rival to lock down our secondary. The name gaining serious steam behind the scenes is Kobe Bryant, the Seahawks safety, who had a monster season with 4 picks last year. With Jalen Hawkins potentially hitting the market, Bryant looks like the perfect chess piece for Mike Vrabel's scheme. He is that high-motor defender who attacks ball carriers with rare aggression and reads the quarterback better than almost anyone in the league right now. But it does not stop there, because Drake May's offense needs targets that can move the chains over the middle, and the solution might come straight from Vrabel's past in Tennessee. Chig Okonkwo is firmly on the radar as the ideal complement to Hunter Henry. Think about the strategic advantage of putting 2 physical, fast tight ends on the field at the same time, forcing defenses to choose between honoring the pass or bracing for a heavy run. Okonkwo already knows our coach's leadership style and put up nearly 600 receiving yards last season. Swapping out Austin Hooper for a player with this kind of ceiling is the exact type of upgrade that helps a young quarterback like May take that next big leap. It is that perfect balance of youth and experience we have been hunting for. Of course, it is not all sunshine and rainbows, and the tension rises when you realize we might lose some true soldiers in this process. Clavon Chaisson, who basically had a rebirth in New England with 8.5 sacks, is being heavily linked to the Ravens. Losing a pass rusher of that caliber to a direct rival hurts every fan right in the gut. The strategy now is a total tightrope walk. How do you invest $9 million in a new tight end without leaving our pass rush exposed? The fan base is split, debating if it is worth trading defensive continuity for more explosive offensive weapons. And while we are all losing our minds over these market projections, a quiet internal move just got confirmed. To round out this trio of moves, we have to look at who is quietly grinding away, proving that the hard work never stops in Foxborough. While the big names grabbed the headlines, the front office made a strategic play by signing a futures contract with a young kid who already knows every inch of our facility. Brandon Crossley, the 25-year-old corner out of SMU, is back to fight for his spot in 2026. He is part of this new wave of 14 players who locked in futures deals, showing that Coach Vrabel and Elliott Wolf are focused on building depth with hungry players. Crossley is no stranger to us. He felt the sting of being cut last preseason, but never put his head down. Crossley's story is the kind of narrative we love to follow because it represents the grit of the Patriots. He was an undrafted free agent in 2025, and, even in a crowded secondary, he managed to record 6 tackles and a forced fumble during his preseason snaps. The suspense here is whether he can finally turn that potential into a permanent spot on the 53-man roster. He spent the year on an emotional roller coaster, being signed and waived from the practice squad multiple times, including right before our wild card game against the Chargers. Bringing him back now, right after the Super Bowl run ended, signals that the staff saw something special in his work ethic and his coverage skills. And strategically, having a guy like Crossley competing in training camp is vital. Our corner room already has the star power of Christian Gonzalez and the veteran presence of Carlton Davis, but every dynasty needs grinders ready for letting this much talent walk out the door. Flock, the board is set, and the tension in Baltimore has never been higher. We are seeing a coaching staff merge the boldness of youth with the toughness of Anthony Weaver. We are feeling that rush of possibly snatching Trey Hendrickson from a rival to save our pass rush. But we are also facing the sting of watching Isaiah likely pack his bags. It is a chess match where every move determines if we are destined for the Super Bowl. So what do you think? Is Hendrickson worth the cap hit, or is losing likely going to cost Lamar too much in the long run? Drop a comment below, subscribe to the channel, and let's get through this battle together. Go Ravens!